What's up, YouTube Nation? I thought I'd do a video of my experience of having to deal with a detached retina. I first noticed it when there was a small blind spot in the lower right peripheral of my right eye. Um, when I noticed it, I thought it was a spot on my contacts because I normally wear 30-day disposable contacts. So I changed contacts and it was still there. Um, but I decided to wait over the weekend to see would it be something that would go away, but it didn't go away. So I decided to schedule an appointment with my optometrist on that following Monday. And when I went to my appointment, I was diagnosed with having a detached retina, and I had to be admitted to surgery as soon as possible. Um, so I was scheduled for surgery at 8 o'clock that next morning. When I arrived um, for surgery, they did their own tests and verified once again that I did have a detached retina. And they explained to me the procedures they were going to take. And they described how they were going to use a thing called a scleral buckle. And they compared that to a belt. And they want to use that to basically put around my eye to squeeze it so that the interior wall of my eye could be closer to the area of the retina that was detached. And they were going to inject a gas bubble inside of my eye that I was going to have to position myself um, appropriately so that the bubble rests against that area of the retina that detached itself. And I think of that as like a bubble level. So the bubble being inside of my eye, I was going to have to either lay on this side or that side so that the bubble positions itself against the retina um, and pushes itself back into place. Well, in my case, I had to end up laying on my left side. Um, and I had to do that 50 minutes out of every hour for the next week after my surgery. Um, so I kind of jumped ahead of myself a little bit. I was let's get back to the day of the surgery. But when I went into surgery and came back out of surgery, when I woke up, of course, I had a patch over my right eye. Um, and I failed to mention that they also did laser surgery on my left eye because they said that they noticed thin areas in the retina of my left eye that they wanted to laser in order to prevent it from occurring in my left eye in the future. Well, my left eye was painless. I didn't even know they did anything to my left eye. But I couldn't have known unless I couldn't have known they'd done anything to my left eye if they wouldn't have told me because it was painless. But my right eye, it was sore, and they had a patch on it, and I had to wear that patch for that day after the surgery. I went in for post-op the next day, and they removed the patch, and my eye was bloodshot red, and it was sore, and they had to clean it up of all the matter that had built up around my eye, and that's when they gave me my drops that I was going to have to take. Three different drops. One was twice a day. Another was 4 times a day, and another was every 2 hours. So I had to use those drops for the next week, in addition to laying on my left side so that the bubble can position itself appropriately the um, and heal the area where the retina had detached itself. So that week, it was hard, but my girlfriend she assisted me through that whole ordeal, and I came through well. So after the week, and I went to my next appointment, The doctor checked me out and said everything was looking fine, and a lot of the restrictions I had were gone. I was allowed to do more. I no longer had to just lay on my left side. I could lay on either side, but I could not lay on my back, mainly because laying on my back, I could not let that air bubble um, position itself to the lens of my eye because it could cause cataract. So I had to refrain from laying on my back um, until the gas bubble is gone, which he said would take close to a month. And right now, it's been close to 2 weeks since the surgery, and the bubble's still there. I still see it in my eye, but now I'm just waiting for it to go away so I can return back to work and live my normal life again. And until it goes away, um, you have to wear this band. It's a green band that I cannot remove. And uh, well, it says, hold on. It says, warning, gas bubble in eye. Use of nitrous oxide or change in atmospheric pressure may cause an increase in IOP, resulting in blindness. Contact ophthalmologist on reverse side of bracelet before treatment. Um, so that pertains to what the doctor told me also, that I couldn't go in airplanes or high altitudes because high altitudes will increase that the density of that bubble, which will cause blindness. So because of that, I was told to make sure to keep this bracelet on until the bubble is gone. You know, because Lord forbid, if I was to get in an accident, um, then the paramedics they would need to know that this bubble is here so that they wouldn't do anything that would alter that bubble. But either way it goes, that's my experience. It wasn't that thorough because I wasn't going to do a long, drawn out video. But if you have any questions about my experience, feel free to comment below, and I'll do my best to get back with you with the response. Peace.